An innovative piece of technology made in Hamilton is changing the way that people present and generate content online. Michael Justason joins us with more on LightBoard. Good morning.
Good morning, Annette.
And this is very cool because the LightBoard is actually between you and me right now, right? There's a piece of glass in front of you. Yes. So you developed this at, about 4 years ago. You've been using it for 4 years to teach at Mac. Is that correct?
Well, I certainly can't claim to have invented it. Lightboards have been around for a while, and McMaster built a LightBoard Studio about 5 years ago, and I've been using it since shortly after it was created. And but it was mostly for recorded content. So I would go into that studio and record videos. Like this is a sample of one of the old videos that I did from, I think, 2015 or 2016. And we would do things like sample problems, and students could watch them, and they were very well received by the students. So it was kind of a fun technology to explore for sure. But I certainly didn't invent it. What I've been doing is trying to use it for live synchronous teaching. So that's really kind of the new development.
Okay, and are you producing them as well at the Hamilton Technology Center at Clapperson's Hill?
Well, I'm a prof at Mac, but there is a startup company called LightBoard Depot that's at Clapperson's Corners, and they are manufacturing and selling the same type of system I'm using with you here today is being sold from there.
Okay, and is it relatively affordable, like for the everyday instructor kind of thing?
Well, I hope so. So you can get started for under about $2,000. That was the idea, is that we made something that produced a studio quality, product and image, but it was still affordable enough that people could buy one. And some people have made their own, but they always kind of have that homemade feel. And you could also spend a lot of money, and you could spend $10,000 and buy like a complicated setup like they have at McMaster in the studio. So we're kind of in the affordable range, at least I would like to think, with the product that LightBoard Depot is selling.
Right, and like I think it works so well because you've got that eye contact, right? Like I can still see you, but you're still presenting on the board, and I can see your eyes.
Oh, for teaching, I think that's what has been missing. So, when I teach my classes, I do things like this, where I show content to my students that I would normally show in a classroom, let's say on an overhead projector, and I would use a laser pointer to point to it. Online, what people do is they share their PowerPoint, but then they kind of disappear. Mm-hmm. So with the LightBoard, I can maintain the contact, but then the really cool thing is that, I can also, write. I can interact with my content, and I can sort of teach like the way I really like to teach, and the whole time never really losing that face-to-face contact that you mentioned, with the students.
Right. We've got about 30 seconds left, but what do you hope to do with this technology?
Well, first and foremost, I really just want to use it for my own classes. I think it's probably the best thing that I can do for my students. Ultimately, I would love it if other teachers adopted the technology. There's a lot of students in elementary and high school that are really struggling with online learning.
Right.
And
this is a great way of getting that. Michael, thank you so much for sharing your information. We're going to get more details up at chch.com.